Good evening and welcome from the East Side Foundation Ice Arena in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. We're waiting for the teams. There's still a Pee Wee group out on the ice. But Pioneer Women's Varsity Ice Hockey is live and on the air. Again, live from Grosse Pointe, Michigan. We are here at the East Side Foundation Ice Arena in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Pioneer is here to take on the Devils of Grosse Pointe South. So bear with us. We're supposed to have the ice at 7:30, so we're on the air a little bit early. There's a Pee Wee group still practicing. So as I say, bear with us. We will be back with puck drop. Good evening and welcome from Grosse Pointe, Michigan. We're here live at the East Side Foundation Ice Arena, waiting for the ice to be available. The Zamboni has just come out, so we're probably another 10 minutes away from puck drop. So just bear with us. Obviously, they got the ice at exactly 7:30. So hang in there. We'll be back with puck drop. And again, we're live from the East Side Ice Arena in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, for the match between the Ann Arbor Pioneers and Grosse Pointe South Devils. Both teams are now at their benches, and we should have probably a bit of a warm-up, and then we will have puck drop. Olivia Meyer, Brainerd, Campbell,
and gentlemen, welcome to S Arena for tonight's game between Grosse Pointe South and Ann Arbor Pioneer. Tonight's starting lineups for Pioneer at D.
Starting lineups. At defense, Maya Altsman.
At forward, number 11, Gabby Prince.
14, Ava Drabeck.
At forward,
Number 11, Gabby Prince. Number 16, Campbell, Piper Campbell. Number 22, Corey Flynn, and Matt. In goal, Wee Wee Portinga.
also with team number 13, Sophia Reynolds. At forward, number 52, Ruby Lenhard.
52, Ruby Lenhard.
Number 23, Bella Peruski.
Bella Periski.
Rosie Smith.
And in goal, Rosie Smith.
Number 12, your captain, Gia Cavalieri.
Number 12, the captain, Gia Cavalieri. And the rest. All rise for the Okay, as both teams gather around their bench, last minute instructions from their coaches. We are live from the East Side Ice Arena in Grosse Pointe, Michigan for this between the Grosse Pointe South Devils and your Ann Arbor Pioneers. "15 minutes up on the clock. And we're getting ready for face-off. Okay, Portinga takes her position in front of the goal. And meanwhile, Rosie Smith takes her position. We are ready. And out to take the face-off, Campbell. And Grosse Pointe gets the puck down into the Ann Arbor zone. Gathered up by Campbell. Out into the neutral zone and down into Grosse Pointe end. Behind the goal. Coming out. Here comes Grosse Pointe, gains the zone. Gathered up by Zoe Andronopoulos. No, that was Flynn. And back, here comes Grosse Pointe. And a shot and a save. Held in by Grosse Pointe. Again held in, another shot. Stopped by the defense. Bounced up in front, and here comes Pioneer. And that's Flynn. And a whistle, and that will be icing. So we will have a face-off to the right of Portinga in the Ann Arbor zone. Out to take the face-off. Will be Olivia Andronopoulos. Jumped on by Ann Arbor. That was Evie Portinga, back behind the Ann Arbor goal. And a shot and another save and a whistle. And it appears we have offsides. Face-off on the far face-off circle just outside the Pioneer zone. Olivia Andronopoulos takes the face-off. Back into the neutral zone and moved down, grabbed by Grosse Pointe. Here comes the Devils. Into the back corner, behind the Ann Arbor goal. A battle for it along the boards. Held in, but stopped by the defense. A shot and a save. Portinga makes a good save, covers it up. And both teams go for a line change. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle in the Ann Arbor end. Around behind the goal. A centering pass and picked off by Ann Arbor. Back out in the neutral zone. Being chased. Here comes, and a shot but a block. And blocked by Drabeck. Here comes Campbell. Forward to Drabeck. And a shot just wide to the left. Through the neutral zone. Or through the right in front of the crease. And back out into the neutral zone. Back to Drabeck. Forward to Prince. And back out. Drabeck gathers it up back in the Pioneer zone and brings it forward. Out in the neutral zone, Drabeck. But it's stopped by a Devil. And again, back out in the neutral zone. And shot deep into the Ann Arbor end. There's a race for it. Campbell chasing it. Brainerd, and back out in the neutral zone and straight on and stopped by the goalie. Jumped on by Brainerd, right through the crease. Back out in the neutral zone. Here comes Grosse Pointe. Grabbed by Myers. Again, fed forward, stopped at the neutral zone, held in. Now grabbed by Flynn, coming forward. No, that's Zoe Andronopoulos. The numbers are a bit hard to read. Back down into the Ann Arbor zone. And a whistle, and we have icing. Face-off will be to the left, the near face-off circle in the Grosse Pointe end. Out to take the face-off. Is Piper Campbell. Back to Drebeck. And back down into the Ann Arbor end to race for it. Campbell knocked it away, taken away, but held in at the blue line. Drebeck gets it, back out in the neutral zone. Flynn. And back to Altsman, back into the and a shot through the centering pass in the neutral zone. Here comes the Grosse Pointe. And a shot blocked by, good save by Portinga. Flynn chasing it. Another shot and a save by Portinga. Shot blocked and shot the length of the ice and knocked away at the Grosse Pointe end. Both teams changing lines. Back into the Grosse Pointe end. Here comes Grosse Pointe. Gains the Pioneer zone. Being chased by Trappell. Grabbed by Zoe Andronopoulos. And then back into the Ann Arbor end. Off the boards. Again, Zoe Andronopoulos in the back. Brainerd picks it up. Now Zoe Andronopoulos feeds it forward on the near boards. Down into the Grosse Pointe end, and we have icing. Both teams changed lines. Face off to Portinga's right in the near face-off circle, Ann Arbor end. 8:08 left in the first. Score is 0-0. Here comes Flynn. And Piper Campbell. But grabbed by Grosse Pointe. Jumped on by Flynn. Taken away again. Coming back, Campbell. And now Drebeck back to Flynn, to Drebeck, gains the zone. Prince helping out. Again, Campbell back to McKay. And here comes Grosse Pointe, gains the zone, and a shot high. 7:15 left in the first. Fed forward. Now back around. McKay. Forward to Prince. Grabbed by Campbell, but lost it right in front of the bench. Now grabbed by Brainerd. Gathered up by Drebeck. Forward to Olivia Andronopoulos. And now Drebeck shot just wide. Andronopoulos knocks it down, shot down into the thing, and a whistle. And we will have a face-off to the right in the near face-off circle. Out to take the face-off is Olivia Andronopoulos. Puck drop. Back behind, picked up by Zoe. Reverses course, comes out, banks it off the boards, into the neutral zone. Picked up by Grosse Pointe. Back into the far boards. Gathered up by Flynn. Fight for it. Olivia Andronopoulos and forward. Gains the zone. Grabbed by Grosse Pointe, but held in. Portinga. And now Olivia Andronopoulos grabs it, gains the zone. And a shot and a save by the Smith. And back down. Here comes and a pass and a save by Portinga. And shot the length of the ice. And that should be, no, icing waved off. Here comes Grosse Pointe into the neutral zone. Gains the zone, being watched. Knocked aside. Picked up by Prince. Held back in behind the goal. And a shot and a save by Portinga again and back out in the neutral zone. And the Grosse Pointe have to get out of the zone and regroup. Into the Grosse Pointe zone and back. .403 left in the first. The score is 0-0. Picked up by Campbell. Forward to Prince. Still held in. Picked up by Campbell again. Gains the zone and loses an edge. Back down the near boards. Drabeck advances it. Picks it up. Gains the zone. Gets through. Stops, spins, and a shot. And right through the crease. In the back, Flynn, Prince. And into the neutral zone. Here comes, and then back in the neutral zone again. Picked up by Drabeck. Into the neutral zone, coming forward. Spins. Gains the zone, and a shot, blocked. Against the far boards, chased by Olivia Andronopoulos, a shot, and again a save and covered up. Face off in the Grosse Pointe zone. 2:45 left in the first. Face off by Olivia Andronopoulos. Back. Grabbed by Grosse Pointe. Down the boards. Gathered up and shot back. Still a battle for it. Here comes Grosse Pointe. But held off. Drabeck has it. Zoe Andronopoulos and shoots it back into the Grosse Pointe end. gathered up by the Grosse Pointe. Back in the neutral zone. Here comes, gathered by Trappell. Trappell forward. Grosse Pointe gathers it again. Puck high in the air, back in the neutral zone. And back into the Ann Arbor zone behind. We now have 1:40 left in the first. And a whistle. We have offsides. Face-off in the near face-off circle, Ann Arbor side. Gabbed by Drebeck. Over to Prince. Back out in the neutral zone. Fed forward by McKay. Again grabbed by McKay. Being chased by Campbell at the far boards. Campbell and Prince, back to McKay. Forward, here comes Drebeck, gains the zone. Spins, centering pass. Grabbed by Grosse Pointe, through the neutral zone. Reynolds from Grosse Pointe, shot and it's knocked away by Portinga. Grabbed by Drebeck. Into the neutral zone. Grab again, shot down by Campbell, being chased by Prince. Back out into the neutral zone and into the Ann Arbor end, being chased by Altsman. Forward by Campbell. Campbell brings it to the neutral zone, into the end, and a whistle. 17 seconds left in the first. Offside's the call. 0-0 the score. Face-off by Olivia Andronopoulos. Back. Fight in the boards. Grabbed by Olivia Andronopoulos. Still fighting down to the right along the boards, being chased by Flynn. And around the boards, held in, and the whistle. So at the end of the first, Pioneer 0, the Grosse Pointe Devils 0. Both teams now gather around their bench. It should be a good game. Pioneer at 7-3-1 facing the Grosse Pointe Devils 10-1-0. So they have had a very good season. We're here at the East Side Arena in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. We'll step back and have a word from the MHSAA. We'll be back.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Both teams out. Olivia and Andronopoulos out to take the face-off. Both goalies ready to go. Here we go with the second. Pioneer going from right to left. And the shot just wide. Gathered up by Altsman. Behind. Shot forward, held in by Grosse Pointe. Another save by Portinga. And back out into the neutral zone. Gathered up. And Olivia Andronopoulos gains his own, knocked back, but Flynn has it. We have offsides. 14-15 left in the second. Offsides the call. Face-off outside the Grosse Pointe zone in the far face-off circle. In to take the face-off, Campbell. Grabbed by Grosse Pointe. Gains Pioneer zone and a shot and knocked away by the defense. Another shot, again blocked. A battle for it and grabbed, knocked away. And a whistle. I think offside's the call. 13:51 left. Brainerd to take the face. No, that's Campbell. And Campbell gets the face off again. Back into the Ann Arbor zone. Picked up by Trappell. Forward. Back in the neutral zone, dribbles in. And back in the Ann Arbor zone, Zoe Andronopoulos has it. Grabbed by, attempting to clear it. And it dribbles out into the neutral zone. Grosse Pointe has to touch up. Jumped on, back into the Grosse Pointe zone. Along the boards, back in the Ann Arbor zone, knocked out by Trappell. Down into the Grosse Pointe zone behind the goal. Grabbed by Campbell, knocked away, taken away. Back out in the neutral zone, Drabeck has it. Ann Arbor has to touch up. Now back behind the Grosse Pointe zone goal. Out in the neutral zone, here comes Grosse Pointe, knocked away by Drabeck. And then back into Ann Arbor, picked up by McKay, advanced. Down through the neutral zone and into the Grosse Pointe zone, picked up by Grosse Pointe, here they come. McKay chasing it, and a shot just wide. Pioneer grabs it back into the Grosse Pointe zone. 11:53 left in the second. Gathered up. Back off the boards into the Grosse Pointe zone. Flynn forward. Knocked back by Drabeck. Again, Drabeck grabs it. Moved forward by McKay. Again held in. Moved forward by McKay into the Grosse Pointe zone, but it dribbles back out. Ann Arbor has to touch up. Here comes, and a shot wide behind, and a good save by Portinga. And again, dribbles back into the neutral zone. Grosse Pointe has to touch up. Back deep. Picked up by Drabeck. Knocked forward. Here comes Portinga. Portinga and knocked away with the puck and ridden off the puck. Here comes Grosse Pointe, but knocked back. Turned around. That's Flynn. And Ann Arbor changes. 10:28 left in the second. Grosse Pointe into the Ann Arbor zone. Brainerd has it forward. Brainerd fighting, loses an edge. Dribbles across the rink, along the boards, and back into the Grosse Pointe zone. Icing waved off. Coming down the far boards. Being chased by Campbell. Knocked away by Portinga. A good stick save. And here comes Campbell. A shot but blocked. Off the boards. Zoe Andronopoulos shoots it behind. A fight for it at the far boards. Clearing out by 23. Out in the neutral zone. Altsman and a shot and a save. And covered up by Portinga. 9:06 left in the second. Ann Arbor 0. Grosse Pointe 0. Face-off in the far face-off circle, Ann Arbor end. Out to take the face-off is Drabeck. And back out, picked up by Portinga. And a whistle and offsides. .8:52 left in the second. Ann Arbor 0, Grosse Pointe 0. Out into the neutral zone. Here comes Grosse Pointe. But blocked. Grabbed by Flynn. Flynn gains the zone. Being knocked off the puck. And now the length of the ice. This should be icing. And it is. .8:22 left in the second. Face-off in the Grosse Pointe zone. Near face-off circle. Campbell out to take the face-off for Ann Arbor. Back to Zoe Andronopoulos, a shot by Prince, just knocked away. Shot back, here comes, and it back out into the neutral zone, down in the Ann Arbor end, around the boards. Down into the Grosse Pointe end. Held in by Brainerd. In front of the goal, picked off by Grosse Pointe. Here comes Grosse Pointe. Zoe Andronopoulos back, knocks it away. Battle for it behind the the Ann Arbor goal, picked up by Ann Arbor and shot back. Another shot bounces behind and covered up by Portinga. 7:06 left in the second, both teams changing. Face off to Portinga's left in the Ann Arbor end. Out to take the face off. Drebeck knocked away. A shot to the left. Now grabbed, fight for it at the boards. Shot by Olivia Andronopoulos out, and we have offsides. 6:51 left. Ann Arbor 0, Grosse Pointe 0. Well, okay. Face off to in the Ann Arbor end. Grabbed by Ann Arbor. Drebeck around the boards, picked up by Olivia Andronopoulos, but knocked back in. McKay knocks it away. Flynn in a battle for it along the boards. And now Drebeck. Back behind the Ann Arbor goal. Being chased by McKay. Now forward and down through the neutral zone. Flynn chasing it. Behind the Grosse Pointe zone with Flynn in hot pursuit. Knocked back in the neutral zone. McKay knocks it back. Being chased by Andronopoulos. That's Olivia. And back in the Ann Arbor zone. Blocked by Portinga. Or no, that's Drebeck. Now Drebeck behind it with Olivia Andronopoulos. And again being chased by Olivia. Out to Flynn. Drebeck. And behind the Ann Arbor goal. McKay grabs it around the boards and shot out in the neutral zone, and thus banked off and a fight for it, and now Campbell has it. Campbell and Flynn. Campbell grabs it, gains the Grosse Pointe zone, and a shot and a save by Smith, and another save. Still 0-0. Held in by Ann Arbor, but dribbles back out. Ann Arbor has to touch up. Back. Coming down. That was Drebeck. Drebeck in the near corner. 4:33 left in the second. And back out in the neutral zone, in being chased by McKay. McKay has it. McKay shoots it forward. Picked up by Campbell. Here comes Campbell. Across the red line into the Grosse Pointe zone. Loses it. Back out. Picked up by Zoe Andronopoulos, who brings it into the Grosse Pointe zone. And a centering pass just through the crease. Back out into the neutral zone. Here comes Grosse Pointe, and a shot saved by, knocked away by Portinga. Drebeck loses an edge behind. A fight for it. And around back. And behind the boards. Gathered up by Drebeck. Brought into the neutral zone and into the Grosse Pointe end. Back out in the neutral zone, shot back in by Zoe Andronopoulos. behind the Grosse Pointe goal. Back out into the neutral zone. 2:59 left in the second. A centering pass just wide. Grabbed by Prince. Grosse Pointe and saving a cover up by Portingo. 2:41 left in the second. Ann Arbor 0, Grosse Pointe 0. And no penalties yet. Behind the goal. Grabbed up. Here comes Campbell with Flynn. Campbell and Flynn. Tries for a centering pass. It's blocked. Held in by McKay. No, that's Myers. And a whistle. And I think we have a penalty. Number 44, Charlotte Haar, 2 minutes. 2:10, power play by Ann Arbor. Grabbed by Draybeck. Back out, cleared the length of the ice, on goal. Knocked away by Portingo. 2 minutes for tripping. Ann Arbor on the power play. 1 minute 33 left in the power play. Grabbed by Draybeck. Held in. Flynn. And shot the length of the ice again. Stop. Ah! And just barely stopped. It dribbles down the length of the ice. Hopped up over Portinga, and there's a discussion as to whether it's a goal. At 1:27 left in the first. Obviously, the local crowd believes it was a goal, waved off by the ref. Face-off to Portinga's left in the near face-off circle. 1 minute 27 left. Grabbed by Flynn. Out in the neutral zone. Knocked back. Minute 5 left in the power play. Here comes Ann Arbor bringing it down through the neutral zone. Campbell grains to the right. Centering pass back. Draybeck grabbed away and cleared the length of the ice. 36 seconds left in the power play. 40 seconds left in the second. Grabbed by Ann Arbor back in the neutral zone. Knocked back into the Ann Arbor zone. Picked up by Draybeck. Down into their zone. 5 seconds left in the power play. A centering pass and a save by Smith. 7.7 seconds left in the second. 0-0 is our score. Grosse Pointe back to full strength. Face off to the right of Smith. Grosse Pointe. Face off being taken by Brainerd. Puck back. Dribbles over, covered up by Smith. 0.6 of a second left. Again, Brainerd out to take the face-off, knocked out, and there's the whistle. So at the end of the second, Ann Arbor 0, Grosse Pointe South 0. Okay, we're going to stop and back away. We will have the Zamboni and the all-important third period coming up.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Okay, we are back live from Grosse Pointe East Side Ice Arena in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Grosse Pointe 0, Ann Arbor Pioneers 0. Ann Arbor has had 1 2-minute power play. Grosse Pointe almost scored a shorty. Portinga kept it out. So we have very soon the all-important third period. Grosse Pointe 10-0 10-1 0. Ann Arbor 7-3 1. So this has been a very close match. Both teams have done very well. Both goalies have performed excellent. Both teams out at their benches. 15 minutes up on the board. Again, live from the East Side Ice Arena in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Grosse Pointe South Devils. Zamboni driver is about done. Refs are out on the ice. And the teams are taking the ice. Again, Ann Arbor going from left to right. Portinga in goal. Smith for the Devils. Both teams warming up. Grosse Pointe skating around. Ann Arbor doing some warm-up exercises. Ann Arbor 0. Grosse Pointe 0. Ref whistles. We're getting ready for the face-off. Both teams gather around their coaches at the bench. Last-minute instructions. Out come Ann Arbor. Okay, Campbell to take the face-off. With her, Drabeck, Altsman, Flynn, and Prince. Campbell to take the face-off. Out to face-off for and back, grabbed by Drabeck, and a shot just over the goal. Again, grabbed by Drabeck, another shot just over the goalie's shoulder. Back out into the neutral zone, grabbed by Prince, and a fight for it, and now Campbell. And a shot, and another save by Smith. Back out in the neutral zone. Gathered up by Drabeck. Grabbed by Campbell. Campbell gains his zone. Now Prince. Forward, chased by Flynn. Behind the goal. Banked off and back in the neutral zone, down in the Ann Arbor zone. Picked up by Trappell. Trappell feeds it forward. Stopped at the blue line, back into the neutral zone. Here comes Haar, but picked up by Olivia Andronopoulos. Down in the far corner. Olivia grabs it, knocked away. And here comes the Devils. And a shot blocked by skates. Behind the goal. A fight for it. Behind the Ann Arbor goal again. Picked up by Trappell. Fed forward. Knocked away. And another battle. Battle in the near boards. Now behind the goal. And a shot blocked but held in and a save by Portinga. Another shot and a goal. A goal by number 13. So at 12:38, in this face-off back to Grosse Pointe and gains his own but knocked out. Pioneer 0, Grosse Pointe 1. In the third. Behind the Ann Arbor down the near boards. Here comes Draybeck. Draybeck gains his zone and a shot and a score. So Draybeck gets with an assist by Flynn. At 12:08. So now we're all tied up. Picked up by Flynn, gains the zone. Around behind. Back in the neutral zone, here comes Grosse Pointe. Centering pass right through the crease. Another centering pass. A scrum before the goal. And behind the goal, tried for a wraparound and knocked away. $11:20 left in the third. Ann Arbor 1, Grosse Pointe 1. Here comes a breakaway. And a shot and a save. Through the crease and back out in the neutral zone. The length of the ice, icing waved off, picked up by Grosse Pointe. Grabbed by Draybeck, fed forward. Here comes Draybeck, knocked away. But Olivia Andronopoulos feeds it forward now. And then back in the neutral zone, back to Draybeck. Draybeck forward to Olivia, but grabbed by O'Donoghue. Back into, and a shot blocked by Draybeck. Fight for it over in front of the Ann Arbor bench. In the back, Draybeck picked up. Now picked up by Brainerd. Brought forward. Brainerd loses an edge. Loose puck. At the blue line and back out in the neutral zone. Here comes Draybeck. Draybeck with the puck. Gains his zone. Loses it. Back into the neutral zone. Draybeck has it again. Feeds forward. Back to Brainerd. Brainerd gains the zone. Down along the boards behind the Grosse Pointe. And back out, Grosse Pointe has it. Here comes a rush. In the near corner. Fight for it. Hard to see who's got it. Reynolds and a shot saved by Portinga. Picked up by Ann Arbor. Brought forward along the boards but knocked back. Picked up by Olivia Andronopoulos. Feeds it forward off the boards. And again another bank shot and a shot and just misses high and scored. Grosse Pointe scores. So GP goal scored by number 44 at 8:45. So it's now Grosse Pointe 2, Pioneer 1, 8:45. Campbell took the face-off. Back to McKay. Back in the neutral zone. And forward in the Ann Arbor zone. Behind the Ann Arbor goal. McKay shoots it forward along the boards. Picked up by Flynn. Back. And Campbell's chasing it into the neutral zone. Knocked back in the Ann Arbor end. And McKay goes after it. 8:08 left. Grabbed by Campbell. Knocked away, but she picks it back up. Down in the, and Campbell holds it in, but it dribbles back out. Picked up by Draybeck. Loses it again. Back in the Ann Arbor zone. Brought forward by Flynn. Loses it. Campbell again. Back to Draybeck. No, that's McKay. McKay brings it down. Centering pass. Knocked away. Picked up by Olivia Andronopoulos. And back. Battle for it in the neutral zone. Into the Ann Arbor end, but knocked out. Now Flynn goes down. Along the near boards, a battle for it. And knocked away. Again, another save by Portinga. Just misses to the right. Battle for it in the Ann Arbor zone. Knocked away again by Flynn. And then no, that's Olivia Andronopoulos. Brings it down. Shot back. Gathered up by McKay. And back into the, McKay knocks it away. And back around the boards behind the Ann Arbor goal. Coming forward. Battle just in the neutral zone. Olivia Andronopoulos. Smith. Brainerd. They keep fighting for it. And a whistle. So, with 5:48 left in the third, it's Grosse Pointe 2, the Pioneers 1. Face off in the, just in the neutral zone in the near face-off circle. just outside the Ann Arbor zone. Back to Grosse Pointe, shot into deep in the Ann Arbor zone. Picked up by Olivia Andronopoulos, shot back into the neutral zone. And then back into Ann Arbor. That's Myers with it. Myers behind the goal. Myers with it again. Portinga knocks it away. And forward. And back in the neutral zone. A race for it. Behind the Grosse Pointe goal. Back out in the neutral zone. Here comes Grosse Pointe. Being harassed. Brainerd loses an edge and there's a whistle. So, 4:57 left in the third. Face off to the left of Portinga in the Ann Arbor zone. Out to take the face off is Campbell. Back, knocked away by Portinga. Held in. Another shot behind the goal. Another shot banked off several people and brought forward by Brainerd. Now grabbed by and that was Draybeck. And a good save by Smith. Behind the goal, behind picked up, Reynolds chases it behind the goal. And back in the Ann Arbor zone. Going for it is Campbell, Draybeck, and brought forward by Draybeck. Draybeck over the red line, over the blue line into Grosse Pointe. And Campbell brings it forward. Picked up by Flynn. Brought forward. Centering pass. Two of them go down. Campbell went down. Back up. Tried to clear by Grosse Pointe. Flynn. Shot by Zoe Andronopoulos in the near boards. Zoe Andronopoulos spins, shoots it, gives it back to Flynn. Flynn has a shot high, bounced off, and shot the length of the ice. And a race for it. Brainerd. And now Campbell. Forward to Prince. And back out in the neutral zone, shot back in, and shot back out, and now goes the length of the ice. And we have icing. So we have 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the third. Pioneer 1, the Devils of Grosse Pointe South 2. Face off to in the Ann Arbor zone, Portinga's left. Face off, Portinga knocks it away. Picked up by Ann Arbor. And a whistle. And I think we have a tripping call. So with 2:27 2:27 left in the third. Number 27. And that's O'Donohue. 2 minutes for tripping. So Ann Arbor will have 2-minute power play. Both teams timeout gathered around their bench. Again. Body check. At 2:27. So 2:27 left in the third. Pioneer 1, Grosse Pointe 2. And Pioneer on the power play. Pioneer has pulled their goalie. Out to take the face-off is Campbell. And held in. Drabeck has it forward. Trappel. Drabeck again. Back to Trappel. Dribbles back in the neutral zone. A race for it. Brainerd grabs it. Down in the Ann Arbor end. Knocked forward. Grabbed by Grosse Pointe around the boards. Behind the Ann Arbor goal. Brought forward. Now grabbed by Piper Campbell. Piper Campbell trying to gain the zone. Hasn't yet. Still in the neutral zone. And Campbell shoots it into the... No, that was Drabeck. Now... held in, dribbled out. Back in the neutral zone, Ann Arbor has to touch up. Back into the neutral zone, back into... And we have 42 seconds left of the power play. Again, Ann Arbor with the extra attacker, plus pulled the goalie. And a shot saved by Smith. Back out in the neutral zone, and a race for it. Drabeck back to get it. Picks it up behind the goal, brings it out. Two of them go down. Here comes Campbell. Campbell gains the neutral zone, and we have offsides. With 6 seconds left and 33 left in the period, we have a face-off just outside the Grosse Pointe zone, far face-off circle. Out to take the face-off is Campbell. Back to Zoe Andronopoulos. Gains the zone. And back the length of the ice. With 12 seconds left, I think we have icing. So both teams at full strength. Ann Arbor has pulled their goalie. .2 seconds left in the third. Ann Arbor has and a shot. And a scrum in front of the goal. And a whistle. 5.8 seconds left and a save. Pioneer 1. The Grosse Pointe Devils 2. 5.8 seconds left. Campbell to take the face-off. Back, and a shot by Drabeck. Another shot, and a save, and another shot. And that's the end. So, a well-fought game, but Grosse Pointe wins 2-1. Excellent game. This is James Wiseman for Arbor Broadcasting. My camera person, Mike Butler. We thank you for watching. Have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. from Vets.
Thank you.